This is the moment we stop talking about streaming and start talking about experience. Forget everything you know about the box sitting under your television. We're not discussing a simple hardware refresh. We are unveiling the 2025 Apple TV, and I promise you, this device is set to fundamentally redraw the battle lines in your living room. For years, the Apple TV has been seen as the polished, expensive outlier, the premium choice for the already deep in the Apple ecosystem. It was good, but it wasn't essential. Well, prepare to be corrected. The 2025 model is rumored to be so aggressively powerful, so deeply integrated with the next generation of Apple services, that choosing any other streaming box will feel like willingly settling for mediocrity. If you want to know what the future of home entertainment looks like, you need to hear every single word of this breakdown. This isn't about a faster chip. This is about ambient computing, hyper-personalized reality, and the end of the boring black box. The first, and most jarring, leap forward comes in the form of the A18 Bionic chip. Yes, the same architecture powering the next iPhone, now miniaturized and optimized for the highest-end home display. This isn't just about loading apps faster. That's table stakes now. This power enables something revolutionary, true spatial context computing. Imagine this. You are watching a massive sporting event. With the old Apple TV, you get the main feed. With the 2025 model, that A18 chip paired with new, high-speed Wi-Fi standards allows the system to simultaneously process multiple, geographically separated high bitrate video streams without breaking a sweat. You can instantly command, show me the sideline camera, bring up the defensive stats overlay, and keep the main feed active in the corner. This isn't picture-in-picture. This is customizable, real-time data integration delivered with zero latency, because the processing is happening on the device, not halfway across the country in a server farm. This moves the Apple TV from a passive receiver to an active entertainment hub. This leads directly to the second, industry-shaking feature, the next-generation Siri and proactive interface. The current Apple TV interface is beautiful but static. The 2025 model introduces an interface driven by what Apple calls intent recognition. Siri is no longer just responding to commands. She's anticipating them. Based on your viewing history, the time of day, and even the activity detected by your connected Apple Watch or HomePod sensors, the menu adapts. If you sit down at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, the system knows you usually watch the news or a specific productivity show. The interface prioritizes those tiles. If your fitness ring closes, the next recommended action isn't another action movie. It's that new guided workout you subscribe to on Apple Fitness Plus. This is the ultimate zero-click experience. You look at the screen, and within seconds, the Apple TV has curated the perfect viewing session for that exact moment in your life. For the U.S. consumer drowning in content choices, this feature is not just helpful. It's the ultimate time saver and decision fatigue killer. But let's talk about the visual experience, because this is where Apple is making its statement against the high-end competitors. We're expecting a massive overhaul of the video processing pipeline. The 2025 Apple TV is rumored to include a dedicated color science engine, a dedicated block of silicon solely focused on color reproduction, tone mapping, and upscaling. This means it doesn't just pass through Dolby Vision, it enhances it. It uses advanced machine learning, driven by that A18 chip, to analyze lower resolution content. That older library title, that non-4K stream, and intelligently upscale it to near-native 4K or even 8K displays, doing so with an eye for maintaining the filmmaker's intent. It's not just sharpening pixels. It's understanding light and shadow data to produce an image that looks palpably richer, deeper, and more accurate than what any competitor's generic upscaler can achieve. This is the difference between watching a movie and feeling like you're sitting in the director's screening room. And we cannot ignore the audio ecosystem. The new Apple TV is rumored to be the ultimate bridge for the spatial audio standard. It won't just pass through Dolby Atmos. It will use the processing power to dynamically adjust the sound field based on the room acoustics. Ticks detected by your connected HomePods or AirPods Max. If you're moving from a sofa to the dining room, the audio profile shifts with you seamlessly. If you're wearing AirPods, The system now leverages head tracking 2.0, locking the soundstage to your head position with near-zero drift, making gaming and immersive viewing truly three-dimensional, regardless of where you're looking on the screen. Now, for the feature that forces every gamer's hand, the Prograde gaming console killer. The A18 chip has console-level ray tracing capabilities. This isn't a toy box anymore. This is a device capable of running full AAA ported titles, games built for the PS5 and Xbox Series X with high fidelity. The low-latency video processing and the dedicated graphics cores mean that when you pair this with the new, improved Siri Remote Pro, which is rumored to feature enhanced haptic feedback and perhaps even trigger buttons, the experience becomes almost indistinguishable from a dedicated console. For the US household that doesn't want two large, noisy boxes under their TV, the 2025 Apple TV presents a compelling, consolidated argument. One device handles your entertainment, your productivity, and your premium gaming. This device is Canon-level strategy applied to silicon. It weaponizes Apple's existing ecosystem, iPhone, Watch, AirPods, Fitness Plus, and consolidates all those services into a single, indispensable hub. It forces you to ask, am I paying a premium for a black box, or am I investing in the future of my entire digital life at home? The 2025 Apple TV isn't just about watching shows better. It's about making your entertainment smarter, more immersive, and undeniably tailored to the exact moment you choose to press play. You cannot afford to ignore this evolution, because once you see what this box can do, every other streamer will look ancient. Stick with us, because the next level of home immersion starts right now. Forget plugging in a dedicated hub for your smart lights or locks. The 2025 Apple TV, powered by that advanced silicon, is becoming the primary, lowest latency command center for Matter and Thread. Why does this matter to the average American user? Because right now, smart home actions can feel laggy, unreliable, or require multiple apps. The 2025 Apple TV changes that equation by keeping essential local network communications on the device itself with minimal cloud dependence. Imagine walking in the door. The moment the Apple TV recognizes your device presence, maybe through a proximity ping from your iPhone or by detecting your unique Wi-Fi signature, it doesn't just unlock your phone. It whispers to your lights to turn on at a welcome home warmth, cues your preferred music playlist through the connected HomePods at a low volume, and sets your thermostat perfectly, all before you even take off your jacket. This is ambient automation, and the processing speed of the A18 is what makes it feel instantaneous, not like a series of separate, clumsy commands. This is the silent, powerful utility that converts a curious buyer into a loyal, deeply integrated Apple user. They won't switch because their house runs on it now. And let's pivot sharply to what will drive pre-order frenzy: the redesigned, intelligent Siri remote, the Pro Controller. The current remote is functional, but bland. The 2025 iteration is rumored to be a complete rethink, moving beyond just navigation to become a legitimate second-screen input device. We're talking about an always-on, low-power OLED strip integrated into the upper half of the remote. What does this OLED strip do? When you're browsing Netflix, it subtly displays a scroll wheel indicator, showing you exactly how far down you are in a massive list, eliminating the endless scrolling anxiety. When you're in an Apple Arcade game, it dynamically switches to display mini-map overlays, cooldown timers, or contextual button prompts relevant to the title you're playing, effectively giving you a dedicated secondary controller display without needing a whole separate screen. During a FaceTime call on the TV, it shows small notification badges or the current speaker's name. The innovation here is making the remote an active participant in the entertainment, not just a passive trigger. It's tactile, it's informative, and critically, it will likely feature Find My integration built directly into the hardware, so that frantic search under the cushions becomes a thing of the past. Apple is solving a daily, universal frustration with premium engineering, and that sells. Finally, we have to address the elephant in the room for the US tech enthusiast: the Vision OS bridge. The 2025 Apple TV isn't just designed for your 65-inch 4K set. It's the essential local processing anchor for the Apple Vision Pro ecosystem. While the Vision Pro runs on its own power, the Apple TV becomes the ultimate media offloader and spatial asset manager. Imagine you're watching a blockbuster movie on your Vision Pro, enjoying that 100-foot virtual screen experience. Instead of demanding peak processing power from the headset's mobile chip, the Apple TV, with its robust A18, handles the heavy-duty video decoding, the local environmental mapping data synchronization, and the high-bandwidth spatial audio rendering. It ensures that your virtual viewing experience is flawlessly stable, low latency, and rich with data, without draining your headset battery in 45 minutes. It transforms the Apple TV from a TV box into the local cloud for your spatial computing. This ties the device to the most cutting-edge product Apple is making, guaranteeing its relevance for the next 5 years. We've covered unparalleled streaming performance, next-gen gaming, silent home automation, a revolutionary remote, and the crucial link to Apple's spatial future. This is not just an upgrade you want. This is the piece of hardware that completes the Apple home experience. If you are still on the fence about which streaming box to buy this year, let me be perfectly clear. You are looking at the device that will dictate the standard for the next decade. Stay tuned, because the official announcement is closer than you think, and when it drops, the competition will scramble to catch up.